All right. Hey, I don't really know how to start this. I've been wanting to try to make videos for a while now, and I've just put it off over and over and over again for various reasons. And I figure, let's just make a video showing off or showcasing, I guess, my Frostgrave figures that I've painted. So this is kind of my Warband. They're made entirely from North Star. Not entirely. There's some bits that are from other things, but primarily from North Star's plastic kits or their metal figures. I'll point out things as they pop up if I've modified something or added any like putty work, that kind of thing. Some of them do have some pretty extensive putty additions. So yeah, I guess let's just jump right in with the wizard. So this is my wizard. I don't really know what to say about him. He's almost entirely the North Star wizard kit, the first one. But the cape is putty. So I used Tamiya epoxy putty quick type. This stuff. And I really like it. I prefer it to green stuff personally, but to each their own. It dries pretty quickly and it's sandable, and I just like the consistency and the way it turns out. So yeah, there's not much to say about him. I really like him. I like the North Star figure sets. I think their modular sets are really nice, and I think this guy turned out really well. So yeah, that's him. He's cool. Next we'll do the Apprentice. This was like my first North Star figure I painted. She was a metal like limited edition figure, I think limited edition, that came with the second edition set. So she kind of kicked off my North Star fascination. Nothing really special done to her. If I recall correctly, I based this paint scheme off of Kev Dallamore's, but I don't remember. I went a little heavy-handed on the face, but it is what it is. I like her. I think she turned out well. I like the color scheme. I think she really looks good with the wizard too. So yeah, good match. And this is my knight. Again, he's made from the knight set. I added a goatee to him. This is a I can't remember if it's a knee or a shoulder from one of the Sigmar guys, the Age of Sigmar guys. But basically, I just carved out the inside of it so that it could slot down on top of his shoulder, and put that on there. What else did I do to it? I sculpted a little shield emblem in there. It's kind of hard to see, but obviously the fur and the cloak, they're putty work. This was kind of my first putty cloak, so I don't think it turned out as well as the wizard's, but I do like the way it looks. And I gave him a little bit of extra armor on his elbow here too. Other than that, he's entirely from the knight set. So other than the putty work and the shoulder, and oh, this little gemstone I think came from some high elf bit. I just cut it off of. Other than that, he's almost entirely the knight set, and I think he looks really good. I like him. Again, the paint job is kind of based on Kev Dallamore's. I think it was black and yellow, but green's my favorite color, and I love knights, so yeah, he's green and yellow. I really like this girl from the Frostgrave Soldiers 2 set. But I did a similar thing where I think this was an elbow. So the other one was a knee, and this one was an elbow from a Sigmar figure. And I gave her a shoulder pad as well. But I also did like a lot of putty work. I cut the top of her head off entirely, if I recall correctly. But this face is from the Frostgrave Soldiers 2 set. But I cut the top of the head off, and I sculpted on the hair, and I sculpted on this braid that I think turned out really well. What else did I do to it? This little, I don't know, eagle, falcon, I don't know, whatever that is. The little head there, that came from a high elf banner, I think. I just clipped it off and stuck it on the end of this axe. The axe came from the Frostgrave 2 set. I'm not sure if the dagger did or not. I don't remember where that came from, but a lot of the bits that I used came from Frostgrave. I sculpted this little like raven skull, bird skull on there. I sculpted the feather as well and the little braids. But again, the base figure almost entirely is just from the Frostgrave Soldiers 2 set. So you can do a lot of really cool stuff with the... oh, I sculpted... oh no! She's alright. She'll be fine. She's plastic. I sculpted the fur too. I forgot about that. So... yeah, not a whole lot to say. I like the way she came out. I think she has like a really cool barbarian, like infantryman kind of vibe. So I kind of use her as both. Well, I say I use her. I don't really play the game too much, not as much as I would like to, but I would use her for both if I had the opportunity. This guy is one of my favorites. He's from the Frostgrave Soldiers 1 set. I added the wolf pelt. So I sculpted the wolf pelt onto him. I gave him a bigger beard, if I recall correctly. I sculpted the like teeth and claws and like all the leather straps and random bits and stuff. I think that was already on there from the base model. These on the legs. But I added like a little Thor's hammer. It's kind of hard to see behind the shield, but there's a little hammer back there. Kind of like a beaded necklace. Just a lot of little random straps and stuff like that. I love this shield. I really like the way it came out. The axe is pretty cool. But, you know, like I've said before, almost entirely, aside from the heavy modification, I guess, to the head and the pelt and everything, you know, it's basically entirely from the Frostgrave Soldiers 1 kit. I think this shield might be from the Knights, but I don't remember. I want to say it is from the Knights, but I could be wrong. But yeah, again, he's one of my favorites. I think he looked really good. Nice. All right. Okay. So this is another figure from the Frostgrave Soldiers 2 kit. I think I had to modify her hand to get her to hold the dagger that way. I can't remember entirely. It's been kind of a while since I did this. I'm really just trying to make some kind of video that I can play around with and post something, so I can, you know, get some practice at editing. Maybe I don't know. Again, I cut off basically the entirety of her hair and helmet. I think she was wearing a helmet. I don't remember. I think this brown band was like the bottom of her helmet, and I cut the top of it off and turned that into like a leather band, and then gave her a little beret and like some hair coming out from under there. I also sculpted this like braided band around her shoulder. I don't really know what it's supposed to be. It kind of made me think of like I really don't even know how to describe it. Basically just a rope, just like a rank signifier of some sort. So nothing too crazy with her, but I think she turned out well. This is just the metal thief. I don't think I did anything. Oh no, she's chipped. So I love the metal figures, like just in general, not even specifically North Stars, but I love metal figures, but man, they're such a pain to keep from chipping sometimes. You just handle them wrong one day, and I mean, you saw me drop that other figure, clearly clumsy, so. Yeah, it is what it is. I think it's like the third time I've said that. And you got this metal guy. He's from Rangers of Shadow Deep. Yeah, but I think he works well as like a thug for Frostgrave. I don't know exactly why a thug would be walking around with a zombie head, but you know, he's taking whatever spoils he can, I guess. nothing too extravagant there. This guy is actually an Oathmark figure, and I'm pretty sure he's entirely an Oathmark figure, nothing from any of the other sets on him. I didn't really do any customizing to him other than not putting his shield on, which I think looks fine. I wanted him to be a thug. He kind of got like, you know, looks tired, looks a little like maybe he's been drinking too much or something. But yeah, I just wanted him to look like a really plain, ordinary, thuggish guy, nothing too special. Yeah. And the last one is I made a Javelineer. And this guy, I think he has a knight head and a wizard arm here and a wizard arm here. But obviously the wizards, you know, they don't have javelins. So I took the javelin, I think, from the Frostgrave Soldier's 2 box, I think. And I added it to his hand, which I think I had to also turn so that it could hold it that way. But I think he looks really good. I mean, he's a one-eyed Javelineer, so his aim might be a little off, but, you know, you take what you can get when you're paying, like, what, 15 gold for him or something? Again, I like the way he turned out. So, yeah, that's everybody. Pull him in. Oh. I really like them. It's been fun. I want to paint some more. I actually do have some other Frostgrave figures. Frostgrave, Oathmark, that kind of thing. And I've got a lot of stuff that I want to work on, want to paint. I just haven't. Really lately I haven't had the motivation, and part of why I'm making this video is to try and get myself motivated to paint more and work on that stuff. It's just been kind of hard, you know, with everything that's been going on over the past couple years and not being able to meet up with people as often. I think everybody can relate to it just being kind of a drag. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and that's it.